businesses is that people are working hard but unable to work effectively because of the structure of the organisation, because the organisation, because of COVID and all the pressures, have been so busy focused on getting things done. They haven't really taken a step back to look at how they're doing things or how they're supporting their people. We are now working more and more with these organisations on something we call Procurement Excellence. And Procurement Excellence is about looking at the way your organisation is working with procurement. It's about looking at the processes that are running, the data and systems that are available, the strategy and vision that all of those are aligning behind, and the people and teams that are working together, and the skills that they need to really be able to change and keep pace with the way that procurement needs to run in the world today. We often find that organisations are doing what's urgent rather than important. They have a strategy, but it's not as front of mind as they'd like it to be, because customers are really demanding and they take up a lot of time. So Procurement Excellence is about looking at where you currently are against your strategy, how you can put other elements in place to support the delivery of that strategy alongside maintaining and growing the business with your current clients. It's kind of like they've got a personal trainer through this Procurement Excellence work that's working with them to make sure that they're really measuring what they're doing. They're really focusing in the areas that matter. They've really thought through the vision of where they're trying to get to and tested out a number of strategies to see how they can get there and how they can make the effort they're putting in really matter. One of the things that we often see is that businesses buy systems because they're looking for the system to be the answer to the challenges that they have within the teams. What we see is that there's a massive change journey that the business needs to go on to look at their processes, how they measure things, the skills and capabilities of their teams, so that processes aren't just something that is a flow chart documented. They're actually things that are lived and breathed by the people in the business. We sometimes work with organisations and it's actually quite hard for them to get traction because of the different objectives of marketing teams, operation teams, and other parts of their business that are pulling them in different directions, whether that be because of the large number of promotions they need to run, or the rigidity around specifications for products, or the fact that they just want to, the business doesn't really mind about procurement, they just want to run at 100 miles an hour and get the job done. And these situations create a lot of tension and a lot of challenge and make it quite difficult for the teams to work together. And that's where Procurement Excellence can help. We would go in, we would run workshops, we will align the groups so that they can then pull together effectively in order to drive the results. And that really helps make sure that we're working hard, but we're getting the maximum benefit out of the effort that we're putting in. I suppose it's a bit like when you're doing a contract. Any procurement scenario, the more levers you use, the more you look at the options, the better the results. In terms of the results now, but also in the long term, the way that you can create benefits for now, next year, and the years to come, rather than just going for a quick win, which is great, and we all need those as well. But really, it's about making sure that everything that we're doing counts. By doing some of this work, you can elevate the way that you're operating and get to the next level. And that is so satisfying for you and the team, and fantastic when you see the level of results that are possible that you didn't even think you could achieve before.